What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Precarious Balance is this week's Master Challenge in Crota's End, a new challenge that rewards Essence of Oversoul. And by completing this challenge, you'll get an additional loot drop at the end of the bridge encounter. While the core concept of this challenge is simple, pulling it off can be quite tricky when you have master level enemies and champions following your every footstep. To complete this challenge, you can only cross the bridge when the bridge itself is coming undone. So this comes down to the communication between those who are carrying the sword or chalice across the bridge and those who are holding down the middle plates. Everything else about this encounter will be performed as normal. Those who are holding down the Annihilator totem plates won't have anything out of the ordinary to do. It will be best to get everyone enlightened before sending anyone across the bridge. So make sure you pass the chalice around, with the final player who takes the chalice being the one who will be running across to deposit it into the other preserve station. Once the bridge has been developed, the players who are holding down metal plates will need to hop off of the plate just before the players with the chalice or swords prepare to cross the bridge. Those who are crossing the bridge will need to wait until the middle plate holder steps off, and then they will need to immediately rush across the bridge. Since the bridge will be undeveloping, you will need to take a big leap just before you cross the halfway point. Miscues in the timing of crossing the bridge will result in the challenge failing, which you can keep track of in the bottom left corner of your screen. Once you've gotten 3 players across the bridge, those players can take over plate duty on the far side, while the other 3 will be free to get off plates and start getting swords across. With the far side Guardians now holding down plates, the middle plate holder will need to communicate back to the home side so that they can step off of the plate just before anyone crosses with the sword. It will be best to not try to rush things here. This is not a racing challenge, but one that relies on communication and survivability. The enemies in Master are extremely powerful and will be quick to gang up on you. There will be barrier champions and unstoppable ogres at the end. Because of this, you will need to follow suit with any active surges and be in mind of the active energy threats, which give your enemies increased damage. The gatekeepers on the far side are extra tanky, and it won't take much for them to end your life, so it will be best if the person carrying chalice can have a well of radiance, a tractor cannon, a bubble, or suspension effects to make things easier when each sword bearer comes across. After you've gotten all 6 guardians across, you're at the point of smooth sailing because the challenge is done. You'll just need to clear the remaining enemies, including some more barrier champions and unstoppable ogres, and then finally the last set of sword bearers. Completing this challenge grants a second chest at the end of the encounter, which can drop either raid armor or an additional adept weapon drop, and like I said before, an essence of Oversoul. Completing this challenge will bring you one step closer to mastering the Crota's End title and seal. So if you want to be ahead of the curve, you'll want to knock out this challenge this week while it's still available. Otherwise, you'll be waiting 4 whole weeks just until this challenge is active again. So with that being said, I wish you all the best of luck throughout this week. Let me know how the challenge is going for you and what your thoughts of the Crota's End raid are. And let me know if you've gotten any good adept weapon drops. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.